Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we have a very special book. This one is by Justine Green and it's called Completely Me. Welcome, and I hope you are ready for this one. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in today. Yes, I hope you are excited as I am. This one is by Justine Green and illustrated by Luísa Silva. Good morning to you and welcome one more time. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you're having yourself a lovely week so far, and I wish you the very best for the rest of it. Good morning to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, let us know where you're joining us from, who is joining in with you as well. Thank you so much. All right, Completely Me. All right, I am excited about this one. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Ellen Edwards in Chicago, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us today on Story Time. Sheba Chanda and Benjamin out in Lusaka, Zambia. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Harmony Beth, good to see you back. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Thank you. Chriselle, Clay, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining in Story Time. And of course, Rocco, a big good morning to you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Fiona Otieno, how are you doing? Joining in with Marissa, of course, out in Denmark. Good evening to you. I hope you're having yourselves a beautiful day. Good morning, or is it good evening on that side? Marissa, how are you doing today? Thank you and welcome to Story Time. Camille, how are you doing today? Good morning to you. Sonia Brandes, how are you? Joining us as always with João Tiago. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us all the way out in Portugal. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining in. One more time, Marissa and Fiona in Denmark, and you say we're ready for your good night story. Well, we have a good one that is waiting right here. Thank you for joining in. Ellen Edwards, good morning to you one more time. You're in the Windy City all the way out in Chicago. Thank you so much for joining us. And Camille, you're joining in with baby Marco in Sunnyvale. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Anais, you're back in SF. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good time in San Francisco. Good morning to you, Kate Coffee. And of course, good morning to you, Axel, as well. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan out in Illinois. Good morning to you. And good morning to you, Amanda West, as well. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. Well, Marissa, I am excited you're here. Thank you so much. Lucy and Wally joining us from LA. How are you doing today? Good morning to you. Welcome to Story Time. Yes, and to you, Anne, as well. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Well, before we get started, just a quick reminder that we do have a giveaway that is happening for Should I Say Hi? So please do remember, check out the platforms for all the details on how you can be entered into the draw. So just follow Storytime, follow Rose Collins, and follow Natalie Bonnier, and also just tell us, I would love one, and you'll be entered into the draw for Should I Say Hi? We're giving away 2 copies to 2 lucky winners, and that will be announced this Friday. The winners will be announced this coming Friday, October 2nd. So please do remember to join in and enter that draw. And of course, if you wanted a signed copy, just like Mr. Limada did, if you want a signed copy, just put a note and say you'd love it signed and put the name of the person that you would love to that copy to go to. Thank you so much. All right. So now we're going to get started with our story, Completely Me. This one is by Justine Green and illustrated by Luísa Silva. A big lesson awaits us in this one. All right, let us get started with Completely Me. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, Justine lived in a place where people were helpful every day. They all looked out for one another as if they were sister and brother. Well, Justine loved to smile and help her friends out, but she was missing an ear, which is what this story is about. Justine had never noticed that she was missing a piece. She only knew something was wrong because someone told the police. The police searched all over town and asked everyone, everywhere. They asked the whole town for help, and soon enough, people started to stare. "Oh no," they cried, "you're missing a piece of you. You must feel sad and lonely. Are you down and blue?" They would ask. "I feel just like my normal self," said Justine, who became scared. "Do you think I need an ear?" "Yes," yelled the people who came prepared. The people being helpful brought everything they could, from potatoes to Play-Doh, orange slices to wood. So many helpful people all running to help Justine. But she didn't need any help. She found it all to be pretty mean. Justine was always proud to be different and unique. She climbed up on a fire truck and decided it was her turn to speak. "My friends," she said, "I might be missing my ear, but there is something important you all need to hear. I am proud to be me, and I am happy in my heart. I might be missing an ear, but I have been whole from the very start." Everyone stopped right there in the street, and what happened next was so warm and so sweet. The townspeople all gathered to say that little Justine taught them the way. Everyone is perfect, and that is true. You are never missing anything. You are perfect as you. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that one, and that was completely me. Many times, a lot of us may want to help and may think we're being helpful to other people, but we may actually be aggravating or making the situation worse. So the best thing that you could do is to ask how you can help. Ask how the other people are feeling, and let them tell you what help they need from you. Let them tell you how they feel. And on your part, listen. Listen, listen, listen. Pay attention. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. It means we listen twice as much as we speak. So let us listen to people when they need help, what help they need. It is not up to us to decide. Let us talk and listen and share. And then that way we can give the best help that we can, right? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope we learned something from that beautiful story by Justine Green, and it is called Completely Me, and it is illustrated by Luísa Silva. Do check out the link and see where you can get yourself a copy. But for today, that was Completely Me. And remember as well that we also still have the giveaway that is happening. Do look out for details for Should I Say Hi. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember too that this story is based on a true story. The author Justine Green actually has that disability, but she powered through and has done so many great things, including producing this amazing book for us, an informative book out there for each and every one of us. Do check out their profile later on Storytime and see who they are and what they've been through in their life and the inspiration for this amazing book. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I absolutely appreciate everybody that was here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're back again tomorrow with another exciting story, and do remember to join us for The Quickest Girl in Clarksville. Do join us for that one and find out what it's all about. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Let us see who else is with us very quickly before we go. Good morning to you, baby Marco in Sunnyvale, one more time, and to you, Camille. Thank you so much for joining us. Kate Coffee, Anais out in San Francisco. Good morning to you. Sarah and Nathan in Illinois. High five to you out in Illinois with Amanda West. Thank you so much for joining us. Marissa, thank you so much, my dear. I hope you have yourself a lovely night. Good night to you out in Denmark, and to you, Fiona, as well. Good night. Anne and Lucy and Wally, thank you so much for joining in as always. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you learned something. JC in South Dakota, how are you doing today? And you joined in with Lane. Thank you so much for joining. And JC, I wish you a beautiful day. Shamarin and Zaye, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us right here in Auckland. Jane Peletti, how are you doing all the way out in Zambia? Oh my goodness. Good to see you, Jane. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope the kids enjoyed that one. Jane Peletti, we went to high school together. Thank you so much. My goodness, this is awesome. Good to see you, Jane. Bringing back memories of high school. All right. Emmeline, thank you so much for joining us today. Absolutely love it. Thank you for joining us. Soraya, better late than never. I am glad you're here, and I hope you can go back and look at the story later on. Thank you so much, Soraya and Sharon Lungo, for joining us this morning. Zaye Leilani, thank you. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Yes, awesome. Thank you, thank you. And to you, Zaye Leilani, thank you so much. Sonia Brantes, you are welcome. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Good morning. Good morning to you, Anne Braveman. Thank you so much. Yes, you say such an important lesson. I know grown-ups who could work on listening. Absolutely. And even with one ear, just like we said, even with one ear, we need to listen. Let us listen and pay attention to everybody that is around us so we can be better help that way. Thank you so much. And I know I said we have 2 ears, but reading the book, you see that not everybody has 2 ears. Sometimes things happen and people might have only the 1 ear. Thank you so much for sharing in today. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely love it. Zaire, oh, thank you, thank you. Awesome. And Maria Kerr, thank you so much for joining in. Hope to see you again tomorrow when we are back for The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you are having yourself a beautiful day. Jade and Ava Scarlett, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. Antonio, Davi, how are you doing? Maria Antonia, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. All right. Thank you, Fiona. You say lovely story as always. It is indeed a great book. Completely me. I love it. And I will see you tomorrow for sure. Thank you so much. Karen Wilkinson and the tinkering crew at the Exploratorium. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Absolutely love it. I am glad you could join us. Thank you. And look forward to talking to all of you some more. But for today, I wish you all a beautiful day. Yes, the tinkering crew at the Exploratorium. Good morning to you, and good morning to you, Karen Wilkinson, as well. Thank you so much. And to you, Jade and Ava Scarlett, one more time, thank you so much. Please remember to join us tomorrow for another exciting story, The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. Do join us for that one. From me, from now, it is much love, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.